Because Tracy Ullman is like funny, you know, and like she was like, she is the answer to one of our quiz questions that occurs during this show.
Tracy Ullman?
Yes.
Okay, I'm lost. I just don't know what you're talking about right now.
It's because you operate in this like this concept of time. Oh, I have to tell you about this. Okay, like I was all into, it's just like not the media thing. I was all into like this physics question, and I wanted to know, so is this idea of quantum entanglement real, right? And I was like, okay, it sounds like it just total bullshit, like it's something wrong.
Right.
Doesn't it sound physically possible?
Yeah.
So I'm hyperventilating. This is so like real. I'm so close to the man right now. I feel like I'm in some kind of brain race. You know. So I'm like, hey, you know, like in those dreams.
You know what? Cameraman ain't even looking at you.
I
You're
know,
going to all that effort.
You know what? That is 100%. It's giving 100%. Which most people don't know about anymore.
Right.
It's giving 100%. Well, anyway, so I'm running this race. And I can always do it later.
Right.
And I was running this race, and I'm like, wait a second, I already know the answer to all these questions. Because ultimately, it's all been done. It's what the Presbyterians believe.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's already settled, so just do what you're, you know, do what, you know, causes the least amount of trouble. You know, just shut the fuck up. I mean, isn't that ultimately what white man society is about?
Yes.
Just shut the fuck up.
Yes.
If that's the one message any parent could impart to a child,
it's that the white man wants you to shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Just shut the fuck up, you slave. Shut up. You don't need to be talking. See, not heard. Zip it.
Zip it.
Zip it.
Oh my God. I think probably that's why cursing was invented. Oh yeah, so all this, I have not, you know, like the man is getting me off. Because, okay, International Day of the Roma is today. I don't know if I've said that.
Yes, you've said it several times.
Okay, so it's International Day of the Roma.
Yeah.
Which are like what we call the gypsies.
Yes.
And usually they're like in movies and they're the butt of jokes. And no one's ever really seen one. I mean, I've never seen a gypsy except on like pictures.
I've seen them on movies and TV.
In like National Geographic and stuff. They're like a tribe.
Yeah.
But I think, okay, so I have this idea. I think they are one of the lost tribes of Israel.
Well, maybe they are.
And they did some genetic tests on them. And they determined that they actually are from northern India. Like they have like the X and the Y heritage, like the man and the woman genes.
From northern India?
All the way back
Oh my God, did you see the two-face baby?
Yes. Northern India.
That is why you should not fuck your brother.
For like 1,000 years.
Right. Not to say that they were brother and sister, but they were from the same village, so they probably were very genetically close.
Well, and that's true. India is a very populous country.
Right, so all kinds of freaky stuff can happen.
They have a very, very flat genome.
You know, there's some kind of
the same
Indian music.
They're like the Mormons.
Been going on that I can hear from a distance on Saturday nights, real late.
That's in your head.
No, it's like outside. It's outside.
That is being beamed down to you.
It's like there's some kind of Indian dance party going on in the neighborhood.
From India.
Every Saturday.
Well, they all come over on them H1 visas. Those H1B visas.
Oh, God, did you hear Dell is shut down and like a whole division and they're just getting all them people out of jobs?
Yeah.
I guess prison labor in North Carolina is a whole lot cheaper.
You better believe it.
It's like there ain't no laws there.
There are no laws there. Now, I know this because I work at a law firm. There are no laws in North Carolina. And it's amazing because you think it's really close to our country's government. but it's like the backwoods. It's where they bury all the dead bodies. Which is why that fella, that trial lawyer, is like, he's going to be the next president. What's his name?
Who?
John Edwards, the really attractive
Edwards.
one.
He's not going to be a president.
He is going to be the next president of the United States.
Not.
See, I can see into the future.
So you think he's going to be somebody's vice president, and then the president's going to get shot?
Dude, they are planning something so much more spectacular.
All right. Well, why
than
don't you share with the rest of us?
Well, I've already told you.
No, you didn't.
During the Republican, well, see, there's this whole plan. It's already, like, it's like the plan. It's like the program, right? They're going to go to Minneapolis to the Republican convention, and everybody is going to think it's all hunky-dory. And, no, they're going to have a dirty bomb that somebody put there.
Yes, so it's going to get rid of a bunch of...
That part they haven't really written yet. It just depends on the kind of local talent they can get. You know, you can't get a lot of like dark-skinned actors that aren't like obviously Mexican or Central American.
Well, because a lot of them
There's
that
nobody
comes over
who can
here
do an
don't look
Arab.
European. They all have them features of the natives.
And they speak Spanish.
Yes.
Like they're not fooling anybody. You're speaking Spanish, you look like an Indian. You know,
you ain't Osama.
You're not from India.
Sorry.
Right? I know Spanish when I hear it.
You're a gypsy.
No.
No.
We have gypsies in the United States, but I have never seen one. So that's like, what the fuck is that? I've just seen it in the movies and in some documentaries and on like National Geographic. That is it.
And they won't wave you off at M16s anymore.
Oh, I see.
And you
That
just said
sounds
La Paz?
Yes, La
Yeah.
Paz.
The name of that installation was Pave Pause.
Pay pause, no!
Now, my Russian speaks Russian, but he delivers just brilliantly. I have to say, okay, like that first time we did the seance, you know, I have to tell everyone my spirit guide is Russian. And that first time we did the thing, we got this weird like response on the Ouija board. And then we looked it up and I realized it was like an opening position in the game chess. Which of course, Arcie and I would never know about.
I don't know about chess.
It was like a Russian joke. So I'm like, my spirit guide's Russian. He told me he was, well, actually he didn't say he was Russian. He just sounds like he's Russian. I mean, you know, like he sounds like Dracula.
That Dracula's not Russian, though.
Well,
He's Romanian.
like I don't know the difference.
Roma and them, the gypsies. Dracula is a gypsy!
Okay, this was what I was going to say about quantum mechanics, was that the whole idea of this, like, idea that these Bell's inequalities exist, which I think there's like a mistake in the math. If you go back, math wizards, somebody needs to look at the math there, because I don't know math. But there's some bad math in there. And I really think if somebody really knew the math, they'd figure out what was going on. Because the idea...
Well, maybe that's the thing. They kill anybody who figures it out. Like it's a mistake built into their favor.
Well, that is what the Freemasons are for. You know, they're to like go out. I mean, originally.
Right.
They were to go out and kill all the people who the man needed killed.
Right.
But I think that over time the Freemasons kind of just became a bunch of...
Okay, so you can see this batter's real thick.
Old white men.
And I got my pan greased up. And I'm just going to kind of spoon it in.
That looks like burnt cake.
Well, it is burnt cake.
What is that, though? I mean, like buns that, like...
It's just the shape of the pan.
We covered this on the show. It was like a 1920s, like, gimmick
It was
thing.
some kind of marketing tool.
Speaking of, Charlton Heston died.
Oh, I know.
Like, I feel like this, like, urge to get everything out. And I feel like
It's because you're so exposed
to the news.
You got to shake it down.
And you have to really, really